Hello, everyone. So, I have decided to make vlog videos about our guest list for our wedding. And, during this time, I will be telling you about these people that should be invited and should not be invited to help some people out. And then I will go into story mode and tell you more about why we're not inviting these people. And if you're experiencing the same things, you probably shouldn't invite these people either. So, sit up tight and get ready to listen up. Alright, for starters, we're gonna go over people that you should not invite. Let's go with the people that don't think you should be married. Yeah. I think that's the best place to start, because why would you want somebody there that's just gonna drag down your wedding and basically be at your throats and be like, you don't need to be married, you're doing the wrong thing. Negative, it does not work for your wedding day. People that may be negative to you getting married. Your mother. The groom's mother. Your brothers or sisters. Your father. Your cousins, which that doesn't really matter, does it now? Your aunts. Your uncles. Your grandparents. Anybody that just thinks that you should not get married, don't invite them. Like, just don't do it. Because you don't want somebody to ruin your day. And don't invite this person, we are highly considering not inviting John's mom. Because she has already bluntly told us that we should not be married. And she thinks it's a mistake that we're getting married. And she also said that it's happening too soon. Now let's talk about the too soon. We've been dating for 5.5 years. And he proposed to me last February. So this February will be a year of our engagement. And within that anniversary, it'll be 6 years of us dating. So there's by no means we're doing this too fast, too soon. And if you have people telling you that you're doing it too fast or too soon, I would literally tell them to go fuck themselves. Because there is a thing called too soon, and there's also a thing called they don't know what they're talking about. To me, too soon would literally be like 6 months to a year of knowing the person. Like, that's too soon for me. But for somebody else, it might not be. Because I used to have a friend that she dated the guy for 2 weeks, got pregnant, and they literally had a shotgun wedding. And she didn't know this guy, and to me that's terrifying. Like, if you don't know your life partner well enough to get married to them, but you just go ahead and tie the knot with them, that's terrifying. Because, well, let's be honest, we've all seen the abuse movies, like Enough and all that stuff. So, I could not do that. Personally, I could not. And luckily, my fiance couldn't do that either, as Zoe's told me. So, that's all clear and good. But, yeah. So, back to the mother not being invited. She has been nothing but ruthlessly relentless towards me. And she never has anything nice to say to me at all. I am filled with 1,000 flaws for this woman, and I don't know how, I don't know why she decides to look at me like this. Still to this day, that happened 5 years ago, she claims that I rolled my eyes at her. That didn't happen. Literally, it did not. I looked up to my friend that was 6 foot tall, like, she was supermodel tall, so, like, this little 5-foot girl that's talking to you right now, like, looked up like a skyscraper, and John's mom took that as me rolling my eyes at her. I can't, you know. I have no tolerance for people that sit here and tell me that I don't have respect for them when actions happen that they think happened that never happened, you know. I just have no respect for them at all. So yeah, they can preach that I don't have respect for them, because at this point it's very true. But at the same time, they don't have respect for me or their son either. But as time progressed on, I I decided to be the bigger person and I apologized. That still was not good enough. Even though that's all she begged for me to do was to apologize to her. And, like, she's even told her son that on multiple occasions. She's like, if you're that serious about this girl, she needs to apologize to me. She's like, she needs to be put in my good graces. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just do it. I didn't do anything wrong from the get-go, but if that'll make you happy, if that'll make you stop bitching, moaning, and whining your little childish ass off about something that happened 5 years ago that didn't happen, fine, I'll do it. But, so yeah, that happened, and after I apologized to her, that still wasn't good enough. She's like, it's gonna take me a while to accept your apology into my own being. And I don't even understand. Like, that's what she wanted. Maybe she knew that I was just doing it just to get her off my back because it's been all this time. And I've told her multiple times that that is not what happened, but she refuses to believe that that's not what happened. So, yeah, there was that. And then a few months later, she decided that she wanted to talk to me alone. Terrifying. But John was there, so that was good. And she just, like, took me by the hands and told me to walk closer. That worried me, because I didn't know what was coming out of all that. She told me that she wanted to accept my apology, and that she was sorry that I ever had to feel unwanted in her presence, and everything she's ever said about me that she just apologized for. And then she also told me that she wanted a clean slate with me. That was cool. I mean, that's exactly, like, I just, I shut my mouth. I'm just like, okay, that works. Let's just start over. Let's act like none of that ever happened. Even though you've been continuing this for, like, 5 years. So, but then, like, after we did it or whatever, I apologized again for something I didn't do. And I said, I'm sorry that you have to feel that it happened that way, and that there was mistakes or confusing lines that were drawn from that conclusion or something. And she got so mad about that. She's just like, do you not know how rude you are? And I was like, what? I was like super confused. And I mean, in my own heart and mind, I'm just like, does this woman really not know how rude she is? I mean, I could take you way back to when me and John, like, dated for the first year and tell you things that she said to me. Like, it's raw and ruthless and cold, and she's ridiculous. But so, yeah, time progressed later on after all of that crap happened. And still, she still hates me. And like, she even got into a lot of Facebook arguments with me, and I'm not friends with her on Facebook. John's not friends with his mom on Facebook, but she would jump on her page all the time, commenting nasty things or saying stuff. And at one point I told her, I said, what happened to starting over new? What happened to that clean white piece of paper that you said that you wanted? And she told me that there was never a clean slate paper between us. And she's just like, you were so rude. I cannot get over not having you be that way. She's like, I never said I wanted to start over new with you. And like, several months ago, we shook hands on this. And John was even in the room to clarify what happened. And now she's telling me that none of it was true. None of it should have happened that way. Like, she's crazy. Why would you invite somebody into your house and apologize to them and saying, I'm so sorry that you had to feel this way, that this had to happen? But, like, I just don't get it. Why would you do that? And then, so I told her that she needed to get off my Facebook. And that she wasn't welcome there. Because she literally, there's paragraph messages of her harassing me on my own Facebook page. And she told me that Facebook's an open platform that anybody can talk to me on. Which, yeah, that's true. Until I block your ass! So that happened, yeah. I blocked her because I felt that I was being harassed and everything. And at the time, like, all my friends knew this was happening. The good people in John's family knew that this was happening, and they all talked to me, and they're like, you don't need to be putting up with that. You need to focus on your happiness with you and John and your future together. And they were right. They're completely right. But I'm still not gonna handle somebody sitting here screaming at me and bullying me from behind their phone keyboard because I'm in a serious relationship with their son. And then, there was a time, and this is still actually fairly new. It happened about 2 months ago. John's mom got on John's Facebook, and he shared this meme to me of this little chihuahua. And if you've watched any of other videos, you know I love chihuahuas. I have 2 chihuahuas. And it said, when you stop paying attention to Bay and she gives you the look, and this little chihuahua's like turning its head over its little shoulder going. It's just the most adorable little thing ever. And now this meme was posted to me actually like several months ago, and John's mom had to go snooping around and pulled it up and commented on it and said, you need to give my son personal space. If you don't give him personal space, you're gonna end up losing him because you're suffocating him. What the fuck? Like, it's a meme for one thing, so it's not to be taken seriously. And I told her that. I'm just like, well, first I told her, I said, where's this any of your business? Why are you getting into this? And she was pretty much like, if it's my son, it's my business. Okay. Maybe if your son was underage, and maybe if your son, like, literally still lived under your shackles that you used to make him live under. Not literally. Maybe. But, yeah, so if that was the case, why would you, like, seriously, this woman, I can't even wrap my head around her. It's been 5.5 years, I still can't wrap my head around her. And John was basically like, that's never gonna happen. I'm never going to not want her to not look at me for attention or whatnot. But I must say, thankfully, we have some of the greatest friends ever, because they all jumped on this post and they were defending us to a maximum degree. And my maid of honor literally said, that's fucked up for you to even tell your son that, to tell your almost daughter-in-law that. And then there was another one of our friends that jumped on there, and she told John's mom that she was not any kind of a mother to be doing this, harassing us, and to be saying this stuff that she's saying to me and to John too, because I mean, John's a really happy person and I'm a really happy person, and we make each other very happy. And we've had multiple people tell us that we just compliment each other as in the relationship itself, so, but it's just awful what she says to us, what she does to us. Like, there's so much more to this diary of expressions that I could tell you about, that why she's not going to be invited. And I just want to say, if your soon-to-be husband's mother's like that, and she literally bluntly tells you, you do not belong with this girl, you should not be getting married to this person, don't invite them. They will ruin your day. And they'll do anything to try to ruin your day. Because that's what they already are doing. They're ruining your day. They're ruining your happiness. So why would you let them ruin the biggest day of your happiness? I couldn't. And there's going to be people tell you that that's not right. That is the worst thing that you could do. But in all honesty, it is not. Like, I know multiple people that have gone and got married in courthouses, that got married on their own, without either side of their parents being involved in it, and that's probably because they don't accept their son or daughter's choice of who they're marrying. And I just think that's bluntly wrong. Like, you should not be doing that. But I do have a lot more to tell about this and all that. So stay tuned for the next video of why the groom's mother probably will not be attending the wedding because she has a 98% chance that she's already uninvited, and John has even told her that. So please stay tuned to watch the next video that I will post about it, and I will tell you more about the things that have happened, and I might even go back into the early times of when we were dating and what she said to me. And there's also some people that are connected to her actions and why they're not going to be invited to the wedding either. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching the wedding vlog. Bye!